everyone, my name is Ellen, and today let's learn how to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow / What a Wonderful World by Israel Kamakawiwo'ole on the guitar. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 8 chord shapes to play through this song, and we're going to start with our C major, which looks like this and sounds like this. By the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, make sure to check out my free beginner course right here. The next chord is our E minor chord. After that we have our A minor chord. Next is our F over C chord. After that we have our G major chord. We have our A minor 7 chord. We have our E7 chord. And then the last chord you need to know is your D minor chord. And those are the 8 chord shapes to play through this song. Alright guys, so go ahead and take some time to pause the video and just memorize these chord shapes as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. It'll make learning through the rest of the song so much easier for you. And if practicing those transitions is something that you're struggling with right now, I would recommend checking out my Practice With Me series where we walk through this skill together. But once you've done that, we can go ahead and talk about the strumming pattern. Now the first thing I would recommend doing is going through the entire song and singing through it with a single down strum for every chord change. And this is really going to help you get familiar with the song and know where those chord transitions are going to happen. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. Alright? So you basically want to do that single down strum for every chord change for the rest of the song. Just get used to where those are going to be happening. This is something you can actually do right now. So if you're interested in downloading a printable guitar guide with everything I'm teaching in this tutorial today, make sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. Okay, so the full strumming pattern, as you can see, is down, down, up, down, up. So let's go ahead and zoom in and talk about the rhythm. Alright guys, so we are going to be counting this strumming pattern in an 8th note rhythm today. If you don't know what that means or don't know how to count that, make sure to check out my free beginner course because we do cover that. But basically it's going to sound like this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And for most of this song, you're going to want to play this pattern through 2 times for each chord. But in other parts of the song, you're only going to do the pattern 1 time per chord. But for most of it, it is repeated twice. So let's quickly go over where we're going to play this pattern through once for each chord and versus where we're going to repeat it twice. So basically for the beginning of the intro in verse 2 and in the outro, we are only going to play this pattern through 1 time for each chord, but for the rest of the song, so the end of the intro, verse 1, verse 3, and all of the choruses, we are going to repeat this strumming pattern 2 times per chord. So just keep that in mind as we go through the song, but the good thing is this strumming pattern can be applied and used throughout the entire song. So once you get that rhythm down, the rest of it should come pretty easily. Alright guys, so if you need to, definitely pause the video and just take a few minutes to memorize this strumming pattern and really just internalize how it feels to play. The more you can kind of just play it without rigidly counting out each beat, the easier it'll be to add in some singing on top of that. So definitely pause and just take as much time as you need to get that internalized. But once you do, we can go ahead and play through the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Want to have fun playing through the rest of this song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a really similar vibe, but it's also just as easy to play, so I'll see you over there. Bye!